Is AI and project management just hype or a real tool? Learning objective. Viewers will be able to categorize AI tools into automation, assistance, and augmentation while responsibly managing ethical limits and data security risks. I'm PM Panda, PMP certified, 25 years leading projects across MNCs in systems integration and digital transformation. I teach what actually works when deadlines slip and stakeholders panic. Let's get into it. Imagine you are under immense pressure to deliver a risk register by tomorrow morning. To save time, you feed your project's internal constraints into a public AI tool. It spits out a beautiful, professional-looking list in seconds. You feel like a hero, but you've just created two massive problems that could end your career. First, you might have just handed your company's intellectual property to a public database. Second, that AI might be confidently lying to you. We are seeing project managers get lured in by the promise of instant productivity, only to realize they are producing hallucinated garbage that ruins their professional credibility with stakeholders. The hype suggests AI will manage projects for us, but the reality is much more nuanced. Today, we are cutting through that noise. I'm going to show you how to practically categorize AI into three levels: automation, assistance, and augmentation. We will do this while protecting your data and ensuring you don't lose your job to a machine. To use AI effectively, we have to look at the three levels of adoption defined in the latest PMBOK standards. The first level is automation. This is for low-complexity tasks that require very little human intervention. Think of things like generating meeting minutes from a transcript or creating standard weekly status report templates. Automation handles the grunt work. It doesn't require deep strategic thinking, it just requires a reliable system to move data from point A to point B. If you can define a clear, repetitive process, you can likely automate it. This frees up your brain for the high-value work that actually moves the needle for your project. The second level is assistance. This is where you use AI to iteratively draft documents, like a project charter or a risk breakdown structure. Unlike automation, the results here are incomplete. You are using the AI as a starting point, but the output requires heavy refinement from a human expert who understands the specific project context. The third and most advanced level is augmentation. This is a true partnership where you use AI for strategic, complex tasks. We are talking about things like balancing a massive portfolio of investments or forecasting complex risks based on thousands of external variables. Here, the AI enhances your existing human capabilities to help you see patterns you might miss. However, there is a massive hallucination trap you must avoid. Generative AI is a subset of deep learning that creates new data, but it doesn't know facts. It predicts the next word in a sequence. This means it can generate false or completely fabricated information with high confidence. It will lie to your face and look professional doing it. In my experience leading a major tech launch, I've seen AI-generated code that looked perfect but contained logic flaws that would have crashed the system. Human oversight isn't just a suggestion, it is mandatory. You must treat every AI output as a draft that requires critical thinking and expert review before it ever reaches a stakeholder. Then, there is the issue of responsible use and ethics. Most free AI tools use the data you type in to retrain their public models. If you paste a sensitive budget or a proprietary project plan, that data is no longer private. You are essentially leaking company secrets. You must check your organization's cybersecurity policies before hitting send. Beyond data security, we also have to consider sustainability. Every AI prompt consumes a significant amount of electricity and water for cooling data centers. As project managers, we are responsible for the environmental impact of our work. Don't use AI just because it's trendy. Use it when it provides genuine value to the project's objectives. Let's look at a worked example. A global construction firm building a new commercial hospital. This is a high-stakes environment with zero room for error. The project manager here uses all three levels of AI. First, they use automation to transcribe daily site meetings into actionable summaries for the subcontractors, saving hours of manual typing. Next, for the assistance phase, the PM prompts an AI to draft a preliminary risk breakdown structure. They don't just copy-paste it, they compare it against historical data from past construction projects and adjust for local building codes. The AI provides the skeleton, but the PM provides the meat based on real-world constraints. Finally, for augmentation, the firm uses predictive analytics. They feed the AI historical regional weather patterns and supply chain data to forecast potential schedule delays months in advance. This allows the PM to adjust the schedule proactively rather than reacting when the rain starts. This is where AI provides a massive competitive advantage. In my experience with hospital expansions, using public AI tools to process blueprints or floor plans is a massive risk. In one case, a team nearly leaked confidential facility layouts because they wanted a quick summary. Always ensure you are using an enterprise or closed version of AI tools that keeps your data within the company walls. Here's what most people get wrong after 25 years of watching these trends. Mistake number 1, treating AI as a decision maker. AI lacks tacit knowledge. It doesn't know that your lead engineer is about to quit or that the local government is changing regulations. Relying on AI blindly for strategic decisions leads to total project failure. Mistake number 2 is ignoring the data landscape. Project managers often skip the boring part, consulting with cybersecurity and ethics teams. Feeding proprietary data into open-source models without permission is a fireable offense in most MNCs. You must be the guardian of your project's data, not the person who leaks it. To wrap this up, remember these 3 keys. Classify your AI use into automation, assistance, or augmentation so you know how much human oversight is required. Always apply expert review to catch hallucinations and inherent biases in the AI's logic. Finally, protect your organization by only using approved, secure tools for any proprietary data. Your actionable next step this week is simple. Identify one low-complexity administrative task, like summarizing a long email thread, and test an approved AI tool to safely automate it. See how much time it saves you, but check every word it produces. Starting small is the best way to build your AI literacy. If this breakdown helped, hit like so I know to make more. Subscribe if you want practitioner lessons every week.